hope that you are well, and I also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today, we'll be doing our grade 2 English lesson on regular plural nouns. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once we've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of language arts, grade 2, and then we're going to scroll down up until we get to the chapter of regular plural nouns. So our chapter is regular plural nouns. The subject is English language arts, grade 2. And the lessons that we are focusing on today under the chapter of regular plural nouns, it's to form regular plurals with S and ES, and to use singular and plural nouns. All right. So singular, right? It means one. So singular means one. And plural means more than one, right? So with most singular words, we just add S to make them plural, right? So once again, singular, it means one. And plural means more than one. It can be two or more, right? Anything that is more than one. And with most of the singular words, we just add S or ES to make them plural. For example, one tree, that's singular, right? So one tree is singular. And then we have two trees, right? Is plural. So that is basically, it's like changing something from a singular to a plural noun, right? So singular means one, plural means more than one or two or more. And with most of our singular words, we just add an S to make them plural. Like, for example, we have one tree. But if we have two, then we have two trees with an S. We add an S to make it plural, right? To show that there's more than one noun. All right, so since we add is to make them plural, right? If you look at the words here by the sides, if you look at these words, we have school plus is, line plus is, string plus is, side plus is, year plus is, and thing plus is, right? So basically, we said that if we just add an is, right, we make them plural. So now it shows that there's more than one. If we look at the first word, school plus is. School plus is, what do you think the word will be when we add the is? If school refers to one school, what would be the word if we were to refer to two of that same buildings? So we'll have one school, two. What is school plus is? So basically, if we maybe let me do the first one. So basically, school plus is, right? It's basically turning that singular, which is one school. If we add an is, it means that we are not turning that into more than one, into plural form. Then we can say it is schools. So school plus is equal to schools. So it's schools. So school plus is, it is schools. That means that it refers to more than one school, right? It is now a plural form. Because singular means it's one school. And then remember, we said that we add the S to make them plural. So if we add the S to the word school, it will then be schools. Now it means that it refers to anything that is more than one school. Line plus is. What is line plus is? If line is one, it refers to a singular line. Once we add an S, then it refers to what? So we have line plus is, right? And if we add line plus is, then it will be lines, right? It will be lines. And then we have string, right? Like almost like a piece of string or something, right? So if we have one piece of string, then we just say string. But as soon as we want to turn that singular word string into it being more than one, then we can just add an s, then it will be strings. So strings. And then we have side, right? Side is one side, but if we add the s, right? If we add the s, so side refers to singular, but as soon as we add the s to side, and then it now turns into a plural where we can say it is sides. ear. I have one ear, right? Oh, no, not me specifically, but I mean, we have one ear. Let's say the left ear is one ear, but if we add the right ear, then how many ears do we have? So basically, if we add an S, then it means that we have two ears. So ears, right? Ear plus S is ears. And then thing, right? It's like saying, I have this thing, right? But now if I have more than one of that thing, right? Then we can say, I have these things, right? Things. So basically, this is now us changing our singular word into a plural word. And we said singular, it means one. Plural means more than one. It means anything that is two or more. It's more than one. And with most of our singular words, right, we just add an S like we did over here. And then it changes that singular word into a plural word. For example, one school, two or more schools. One line, two or more lines. One string, two or more strings. One side, more than one side, it's sides. One ear, two ears. One thing, let's say three things, for example. Right? So basically, we just add an S to a singular word in order to change that singular word into a plural word. So basically, our chapter is plural nouns, regular plural nouns. So we're going to go deep into what regular plural nouns are. All right. So a noun, it names a person, it names an animal, a place, or a thing, right? So a noun, it names a person, an animal, a place, or a thing, right? So that is a noun. And the word that comes before a noun, right, will sometimes tell you if it is one or if it will tell you that it is more than one. So there will sometimes be a word in front of a noun that will either tell you that it refers to either one thing or it refers to more than one thing. For example, words like this, that, one, a, and, right? They are sometimes used before one person, one animal, one place, or one thing. Right? And usually, if we even sometimes you mainly will have words like one or two or something, and that will give you an indication that we're referring to either one thing or we refer to more than one thing. But sometimes it's not just going to be numbers in front of a specific word that will tell you if it's either referring to one noun or if it refers to more than one noun, right? It doesn't have to be one bus or three buses, right? Sometimes it can be a bus is coming, the bus is coming, right? And that refers to one bus, right? Or we have like these apples refers to more than one apple. Or we can just say a apple, an apple, sorry, the apple. That refers to one apple, right? This baby or that baby. That means we're referring to that one specific baby. So that means basically that it's still, let's say it's still a singular form, right? If we refer to words like this, that, one, a, and, right? So we're referring to as one person, one place, one animal, or one thing, right? And then we have words like these, those, two, and many. So we have words like these, those, two, and we have words like many, right? When we use words like that, then it's sometimes used before more than one person. So if we refer to more than one person, more than one animal, place, or thing, and then we can say these apples, those apples, two apples, many apples, for example, right? Because now this is plural because it refers to more than one, and then this is singular because it refers to only one, right? So this is sometimes used before one person, one animal, one place, or one thing. All right. And we are doing our tutorial lesson on aplusstudents.ca. Right, so now we're going to our tutorial lesson where we're going to aplusstudents.ca. And we're going to the first lesson, which is to form regular plurals with S and ES. So basically we said singular means one, plural means more than one, and with most of our singular words, we just add an S and then we make them plural. And we made an example of the words like ear plus S is ears, string plus S is strings, right? That was the examples that we made. Tree plus S is trees. And we made an example where we said it's one tree. And if we want to refer to more than one tree, then we say two or more trees. And we added an S, right? So we add an S to show that the word now changes from a singular word to a plural word. Right? And if we look at this word, it says we need to type in the missing word. Table plus S. If we add an S to make that word plural to show that it is more than one, we have one table. As soon as we add an S, right, to show that it's plural, then what is that word? table plus s. What is table plus s? If we add an s to the word table, then what would it be? All right, so if we have one table, but as soon as we add an s, right, then it refers to as more than one. So we can say tables, right? One table, more than one tables. And all we did was we added an s to show that it is more than one. All right. Then we have one basket. Then we have one basket. But as soon as we add an s, right, to show that it is plural, then what would our word be? One basket plus an s is what? So we have basket plus an s. So basket plus s is, so basket plus s, we can say it's baskets. Because it's like I have one basket plus s is meaning that I have more than one basket, so it's baskets. Right, so baskets refers to it being more than one. All right, now let's go to our test, where we need to form plurals with s basically, because we haven't touched es yet. So we need to type in the missing word, ear plus s. If we say ear plus s, is it just ear or is it ears? So ear or ears, that is ear plus s. So ear plus s is what? Is it ear or is it ears? All right, so we can then say it is ears, right? It refers to more than one ears. Right, well done. So ears. Then we have three, right? It's like a number three. We have 1, 3. But as soon as we add an s, 1, 3 plus an s, what would our word be? Is it threes or does it still say three? Threes, which is the first one, or does it still say three, which is the second one? So we have 3 plus s. Is it threes or is it just three? This is now to show the plural form, to show that there's more than one three. All right, so if we refer to more than one three, then we can say it's threes because we basically just added an S. So gate plus S. We have gate plus S. Is it still gate or is it gates? Is it still gate or gates? So gate, right? If we add an S to the word gate, it's like saying we have one gate. But now if we add an S to that word gate, it means that we're referring to more than one gate. All right, so basically we have one gate or we have more than one gates, right? If we add an S, it means that we are turning that one gate into more than one gate, right? And then we have turtle, which is one turtle. But as soon as we add an S to the word turtle, right, it will refer to more than one, right? It refers to more than one. So we have turtle. So we need to basically fill in the missing word. It is turtle plus S. What is turtle plus S? It's basically just to make that word into a plural form to show that there's more than one. So we can then say turtle plus S, right? It is turtles. Refers to more than one turtle, right? All right. So we said we have a singular word and we have plural nouns, right? Singular refers to only one person, one animal, one place, or one thing. That is singular. Then we have plural nouns, right? So we can say, let's go to the next one, which is to use singular and plural nouns. So we're going to use singular and plural nouns. In the previous one, we had to add an S to show that there is more than one plurals. All right. So now we need to say which word fits in the sentence, right? So we visited that every last year. So now if we look at the word, right, it says which word fits in the sentence. All right, so we can basically say this is, if we look at this word, they say we need to use this word. So cities, right? And remember regular plurals, right? It's where it ends in S or it ends in ES. So we visited that city last year, right? So we visited that city last year, city. But if we refer to more than one, we can say the cities, right? All right. Then we have this has a great children's room. This what has a great children's room. If we go to a place that we go to where we can find books, lots and lots of books, what do we call that place? So a place that we can go to where we find lots and lots of books, what do we call that place? So we can then say this library has a great children's room. So the library, right? And that is basically just a singular word, right? It refers to one library, not more than one, only one. All right, so now let's go to our test. And the test is basically where we can either use singular or we can use plural nouns. Singular refers to one person, one animal, one place, or one thing. And then plural refers to more than one. It can be two or more nouns, animals, places, or things. So people, places, animals, or things, sorry. All right, so now let's go to our test, right? Where we're going to use singular as well as plural nouns. All right, so it says which word fits in the sentence, right? So we need to choose the correct word that will fit into the sentence, right? It says Ellen holds both. Ellen holds both. If we say both, then we already know it's going to be more than one. So Ellen holds both. Do we say both baby or both babies in his arms? So what do we say? Do we say it is baby, which is option one, or babies, which is option two, in his arms? Ellen holds both. Do we say baby or babies in his arms? So look at both the nouns, right? Do we say it is baby or babies? Ellen holds both baby in his arms or both babies in his arms. Because both, does it refer to one or does it refer to more than one? All right. So if we, for example, choose the correct noun that fits in the sentence, yes, then we will say Ellen holds both babies. So well done. Babies is correct. So we can say he holds both babies in his arms. Babies. All right. So we can say it is babies. So well done. Babies is correct. It says Brittany puts four. If we already hear the word four refers to more than one. It's like saying one, two, three, four. It is more than one thing, right? So Brittany puts four. Do we say banana in the picnic basket? Or do we say Brittany puts four bananas in the picnic basket? Which noun are we going to choose? So Brittany puts four, do we say four banana or four bananas in the picnic basket? So Brittany puts four, do we say banana or four bananas in the picnic basket? All right, so if we refer to more than one example, right, banana, then we can say Brittany puts four bananas in the picnic basket. So we say bananas because it refers to more than one banana. It's plural form. And then the father of a is a king. Do we say the father of a princess or the father of a princesses? All right, so we say the father of a, is it the father of a princess is a king or the father of a princesses is a king? Which one is the correct one? Is it princess or princesses? So the father, we can say, of a princess, because remember they were saying a, right? So a refers to one. So the father of a princess is a king. So well done. Princess is correct. So well done. So we can then say it is referring to either something as singular, which is referring to one thing, or plural, which refers to more than one thing. So now look at that. Do we say look at that raccoon or look at that raccoons? So it is basically look at that print, that raccoon on the fence. But if we refer to more than one, if we refer to it, or what to refer to it as more than one, then it will be raccoons, right? But at the moment, we just say, look at that raccoon one raccoon on the fence. So one raccoon on the fence. So well done. Raccoon we have. So we can say, I put one. Do we say, I put one box? Remember words like one, these, not even these, one, this, that. It refers to one thing. So I put one in the trunk of my car. I put one box or I put one boxes in the trunk of my car. All right, so we can say, I put one box in my trunk. Because if we say one, then we're only referring to one box, right? Not more than one box, right? All right. All right, so that is now the end of our lesson on regular plurals. We said we have a word that is singular, which refers to one person, animal, place, or thing. And then we have plural nouns, which refers to more than one animal, person, place, or thing, right? And with regular plurals, we can either add s to a word and then it changes into, or from a singular word to a plural word, right? So that is now the end of our lesson, grade 2. Thank you very much for joining our class, and I really hope you're going to have a good evening further. Goodbye.